Welcome back to Unstable TV.
If this is your first time here, don't forget to like, subscribe and drop a comment.
So Danielle, what are we doing today?
Well, have we got something for you?
A treat indeed.
We found the weirdest video ever. Well, we found the weirdest video title ever because we haven't watched it yet. We're all going to watch it together.
Yes.
So, yeah. As you can see in the title and our description. What?
And what again? Let us jump into the video right about now. Hold on for us now. Let's see what we have today.
The moon has had a profound effect on the Earth and has shaped the entire evolution of the planet since it was formed 4.5 billion years ago after a planetoid crashed.
Oh, I thought it was the meteor coming
The
in.
moon has been there in orbit ever since, pulling on the oceans and seas, creating a tidal bulge, and literally stirring life into creation. Wow. So what if we nuked it? Blowing it would have some dire consequences for our planet. Like the film Oblivion, where aliens decide the best way to take us out is to destroy the moon.
Did you see that?
You might not know this, but Russia and the United States both had plans to...
Did I see it now, did you?
Oblivion?
Yeah.
No, I never seen that movie.
Any of you seen it?
If any of you have seen it, let us know in the comments below. Because we haven't seen it before.
No. But I mean, that is clever though.
Well,
how to get rid of everyone on the planet. Get rid of the moon, because that's kind of...
a life source, is it?
Yeah, kind of can't do all that stuff without the moon there, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what we've been told. Maybe we should just get rid of the moon for a couple of days and see what happens.
Turn her off there for a few minutes and see what we can come up with.
Take the batteries out of it.
Recharge the sun, take the batteries out of the moon. It's like when you switch the remote for downstairs for the controller.
Exactly.
There you go, pop the batteries out of that.
Well, now we know where this came from, because people are asking this question. It's from a film, so...
Yeah, that makes sense. So what have we got here? Operation New. What's that say? I don't know how to speak Russian. Well, it's top secret. We get back in? No?
Yeah, oh sorry, yeah. I thought you were just going to press play.
I'm sorry, too focused on the tea.
The moon. Back then, the political and cultural tensions between the United States and Russia made such desperate plans seem almost reasonable.
America, what is going on?
The Armor Research Foundation developed a plan to nuke the moon with guidance from the United States Air Force. The plan
was a whole top
set
secret
to
plan,
be a study of the possible effects of nuclear detonation on the lunar surface, and to ultimately judge the effectiveness of nuclear weapons in space.
Like what?
It actually turns out that both sides wanted to explode a nuclear weapon on the surface of the moon as a show of force
America and Russia having a race again?
We might have not known about all of this if it wasn't for Carl Sagan, who was working on a classified project.
So, the moon race wasn't actually to see who the first country to get to the moon was. It was to see who could nuke the moon first. What?
Oh wait, hang on, it's the blow up.
I can't remember what date the moon landing was first. Haven't got a clue. Neil Armstrong, if you're out there, just let us know.
Yeah, just coming back to us, Neil. Like, we'll get back to you ASAP, don't worry.
No, I'm only messing. That's not what they said at all, but that's what I'm taking from it.
I'll still take a comment from Neil Armstrong. I'll reply to you, Neil.
So Neil, how would you know to go? Well, he's been on it, like he'd know.
Yeah, he'd know what's going on. He'd know exactly where to hit.
I'm just, what is this? Like a plan and everything.
America was just...
No, well, it's America and Russia. It was like a race.
America and Russia, like, if there's any Americans watching, let us know. Like, did you, like, were you taught anything like that? Was there even a reference to that in the history books and skills? Let us know in the comments below.
Or any Russians, I don't know who watches our channel, so...
Yeah, if any Russians make it here, we don't speak Russian, so we hope you can understand English. Yeah, let us know in the comments below.
We'll go to Google Translate.
Yeah, we'll translate it, don't worry. We'll reply to everyone.
We're only like 2 minutes in, yeah, and this is wild.
This is wild. I'm loving this. Nuclear moons, race in Russia, like... Right, let's have a look.
To detonate a nuclear device on the moon. The Russians also had their own plan, called the E Project. Of course, none of this happened, and we ended up sending a man to the moon instead.
There's Neil now. Neil, drop the comment.
Isn't a
Don't
new
be shy.
idea. The question is, why would you want to nuke the moon? And what would happen if we could?
I mean, if you had access to nukes, you'd be kind of like, what can we blow
don't
up?
have the technology to blow up the moon. Even if we used all the nuclear devices we have, the very worst that might actually happen is the moon would probably be in smaller pieces that would eventually reform again, although it would look a lot different than it does now in the night sky. But just for the sake of an experiment, let's just say we had the capability. As for why anyone would want to nuke the moon, that would be the million-dollar question.
That's the billion-dollar question.
Would not have any positive effects on our planet. In fact, the moon is responsible for more than you might think. It turns out that our moon does a lot more than just give us light at night. Impact craters on the moon show that our lunar satellite has taken a few blows from asteroids that might have hit the Earth instead. Even if the Earth survived the effects of the moon being blown up, other space rocks could now hit the Earth. But that's just the beginning. Without the moon,
well, I've seen
a
that
lot of
footage
negative
before,
effects on the planet, depending on the way the moon exploded and which direction the pieces decided to go. Destroying the moon would result in approximately 7 times 10 to the 22nd kilograms of debris, which hopefully wouldn't hit the Earth in large chunks. But since the moon is kind of close to the Earth, you can bet that a lot of that debris is going to impact the Earth. You might be wondering how many nukes you would need to blow up the surface. Using some fancy online tools,
we were both thinking
that
like,
if the moon was blown up using nuclear weapons, it would take 9,000 15-megaton nuclear bombs, like the Castle Bravo bomb. If such an explosion combined were to happen at the same time, there would be big chunks of the moon flying through space, and a lot of those pieces would head straight for Earth. There is a good chance that many of the pieces would be big enough to cause major catastrophic damage and hit the mainlands. There would be a rain of rock on the Earth from the exploded moon. It might take days for some of the pieces to reach us, but they would be visible from the sky as they hurtled towards the Earth. It is safe to say that the majority of the devastation on Earth would come from the debris of what was left of the moon. Rocks don't need to be huge to create massive damage. Consider the Chelyabinsk meteor, which entered the Earth's atmosphere undetected because it was hidden by the sun. The meteor was 66
how many
feet
meteors
in
actually
diameter and
entered
weighed
the
12,000
atmosphere?
to 13,000 metric tons. The object.
Oh.
Yeah, just break the keyboard. Smash the keyboard up there. I'm trying to be a nuke, eh?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, nuke the keyboard now.
How did the sun hide a nuke? Or on a nuke?
Yeah, the sun actually hid it in its back pocket. It was like, oof, nuke.
How did the sun hide an asteroid? How does that happen?
I'd love to be able to tell you, but
oh, we're just really thick.
I don't think everyone knows that.
No, I don't. I wouldn't assume that's common knowledge, but that's it.
That's
an interesting thing to know.
Yeah, we're definitely looking more into that. Like, what is going on there? So, how many meteors actually went?
That no one knows about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It really is a game of chance, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But that's what the aliens do. The aliens come and clean them up so nobody knows.
Yeah, the aliens are like Earth's janitors.
Yeah, exactly.
They come in with, a meteor catcher and just go whoosh and get it.
Like, how do they know as well it's going to take 9,000 nukes?
Don't know.
Obviously it'd be like maths and stuff, but
They must be using them islands off the coast of coast.
like obviously it's maths and all that as well, but I mean I'm all for nuking the moon. I think.
I'm interested to see what's gonna happen. They should 3D print the moon next to it and see what happens.
Just 3D print the whole moon?
Yeah, next to it and nuke that. Because then you still have your moon left.
But what if you nuke that one beside it and it explodes the other one?
Well, you 3D print the moon.
Oh my god.
See? No one ever knows. We'll never know if the moon is 3D printed.
Well, it could be now, we don't know. We don't know. Are we in an episode of The Sims?
If we can hide meteors with the sun, we can 3D print our moons. I mean, why not?
Someone's being a little sneak.
Exactly.
It exploded in an airburst at the height of around 97,000 feet. The explosion generated a bright flash that was brighter than the sun, and witnesses say there was intense heat. Seismic and infrasound measurements estimated the blast to be around 400 to 500 kilotons. That's 26 to 33 times as much energy released from the Hiroshima atomic bomb. Even though the bulk of the object's energy was absorbed by the atmosphere,
Jesus.
1,500 people were injured, mainly from shards of flying glass, as the shock wave damaged 7,200 buildings in 6
that was a
cities
big one.
across the
Yeah.
region. Now, imagine
was
hundreds of these
huge.
impacts over days or months. The devastation would be incredible, and humanity would have to seek refuge underground.
Ah,
A lot
fall
of
out.
this rock and debris would heat up and burn as it entered Earth's atmosphere, which would, in turn, heat up the
Yeah,
atmosphere
just
quickly
done
and turn the Earth
Those are
into an
trees
oven.
then.
This devastation doesn't account for the giant pieces which could be miles long in size slamming into the Earth. Not to mention the other small fragments hitting the upper atmosphere
That's a
and
bit
increasing
terrifying.
the Earth's
That is a bit
temperature.
scary.
A cloud
When you
of
think
dust
about
would form and
how
possibly
many
cover
moons
the
have to get
skies,
nuked.
blocking out all light except for the fireballs of lunar objects entering the atmosphere. And while all of this devastation is happening, there are bigger things about the
How did we not know this before? I've cracked the code.
What, lunar objects?
No. That's how the dinosaurs went extinct, because they already nuked the moon.
Yeah, and the sun hid them from the meteors.
Exactly.
Just not comets.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Dinosaurs went extinct.
the comets are like the VIP pass.
I mean, oh, you don't really, you know.
The meteors are like the standard ticket with the sun.
I think we've cracked the code there.
You're welcome, dinosaurs.
Well,
Well, so it's not all over it.
yeah.
Yeah, if there's any dinosaurs out there that want to comment below. Oh, what's that noise?
The Lewis.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's a noise or not?
Mm.
Right, so we're Earth, sunlight, zone. Right, okay. Let's play.
happen that would change the Earth forever. The loss of the moon would affect the Earth's orbit, rotation, and wobble, and acts like a stabilizer. Without this stabilization, the Earth would begin to wobble more and more, and the seasons as we know them would cease. The Earth might even tilt all the way over and lie on its side in relation to the Sun's orbit, resulting in extreme differences in temperatures and daylight. Other times, the Earth would be straight up and down,
Excuse me.
making nights and days equally long all year round. There would be no seasons. There would be periods with extreme weather, with bigger differences between summer and winter. Thanks to our current moon, the Earth's axis stays tilted between 23 and 26 degrees, and has kept it this way even over millions of years. The tides would be tiny in comparison to what they are now, and the seas and oceans would become more calm,
No way,
now
man.
dominated by the
No
pull
short,
of the
no
sun,
serious.
which is 400 times larger in diameter than the moon, but it is also 400 times farther away.
Jeez, the sun is
Because
really
of the
bigger than the
sun's
moon. Why aren't they
distance,
trying to
the
nuke
pull on
that?
the tides is only 40% as strong as the pull
No.
on the Earth's oceans by the moon. When the sun and the moon
That's
line up
happening.
together,
That's
the
the
spring
part
tides
too.
are 140% as large as a typical tide. But now, the moon is gone. The tide patterns would be a lot simpler. Marine life would disappear as we know it, as most
Wow.
creatures would
No marine
perish
life.
without the tides. If you suddenly remove the moon, there may or may not be giant tidal waves, since the gravitational forces from the moon would suddenly be gone.
No, that's
If
okay,
on
we
the
don't
other
need
hand
all
we
that.
decided to use some kind of Death Star weapon and
Bless
blow
you.
up the moon, we might avoid some devastation for the first few years until the wobble got us. No moon means the days on Earth would get much shorter
Wibble
during
wobble.
some times, with the average day being about 6 to 8 hours long. The Earth,
Wow.
4 billion years
That's a
ago,
big
may have
difference.
only had an 8-hour day because of how close the moon was. This would give you anywhere between 1,100 and 1,400 days in a year. Our days
Wow.
are much longer now. This is because the tidal friction provided by the moon slows down the rotation
Didn't
of the
realise
Earth.
the moon played
This
that big
means
of
that
a
the
part.
Earth was spinning
No.
much faster in the past. In fact, it would be about 3 to 4 times as fast, more than 4 billion years ago. Right now,
wonder
the
if we
pull of the
feel
moon
the
slows
difference
the
in
Earth's
the Earth
rotation
spinning
by an
that fast.
effect known as tidal
No.
braking. This
Maybe not.
increases our length of day,
Probably get slapped out by a few tidal
milliseconds
waves
per
or something.
century, with the moon moving away from the Earth 1.5 inches every year, giving us 24-hour days. There would be a lot of dust and small rock fragments that would create a ringed system around the Earth, much
A
like
ringed
Saturn.
system.
Over time, many lunar fragments would deorbit because of the Earth's atmosphere, creating a series of impacts. But in the night sky, there would be gray rings of moon dust around the Earth. Without
That's
the
cool.
moon,
You'd see
the night
it.
sky would be a
Oh,
lot
that's
darker.
amazing.
Moonless nights in the middle of the desert produce some of the most fantastic views of stars in the galaxy. And you can even make out the plane of
that's
the Milky
amazing.
Way on dark nights away from city lights, and with the moon being on the other side of the planet. Now, imagine
That's
being
like a
able to see this
galaxy.
just about anywhere at night,
It is the
away
galaxy.
from the city.
Ah, that
Actually
makes
reflects a lot
sense.
of the sun's light and is the brightest thing in our current night sky. Nights would be incredibly dark without the moon to light things up. Venus is the next brightest object in the night sky, at only 1/14,000th as bright as a full moon. Also, the sun would be
1/14,000th,
constantly shining on us, as it does, but there would be no lunar eclipses and there would be no solar eclipses. With all this scary stuff talked about, you don't need to worry. There are no plans to nuke the moon, and it would take an incredible
Well, he just said it
amount
was
of
top
nukes
secret.
and
How would we know if
multi-stage
there was or
rockets
not?
to get them there anyway, and we simply don't have
It's not like we're all playing a game of
but
Chinese
at least
whispers with the
now,
government.
when you look up at the night sky, the next time you see the moon, you might just have a little more appreciation for our
Yeah,
lunar
absolutely.
friend. We hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to make sure you are subscribed and turn on notifications so you'll be the first to know when a new video comes out.
I thought I was going to say you'll be the first to know
and
to
want
nuke
to
the
thank
moon.
you for watching.
I hope it'd be the first to know.
That's it. So, what did you think of that?
Let's not do that.
Why? Not for you, no.
No, because it'd be like the movie 2012 then, won't it, where the years just went.
Yeah, and you have to drive like a limo through private jets and all that.
Exactly.
All that ridiculous stuff. Just have 8-hour days. What would you get done?
I sleep for longer than that. I wasn't getting
Same.
nothing done.
I snack longer than that. That's at least 2 snack sessions gone out the window.
Oh, I know. Do you know what would be great? Do you know what little experiment would be great? Let's just nuke the moon and see what happens.
Imagine being the person who had to pitch that.
No, that's what I mean.
Just slap that in and go, yeah, it's you know what? I know we had coffee earlier on, but how about nuking the moon after the morning?
Exactly, nuking the moon for lunch.
Moon, lunch, definitely nuking the moon, because who wants lunch?
Neil Armstrong definitely was going up to scope out how many nukes they needed.
He was scouting the
He
area.
was, yeah.
That's why he's Armstrong, had the binoculars. And as always, you were the beautiful people of YouTube, and we were Unstable TV.
And don't forget to drop a comment below and let us know what you thought of this wild video.
And we'll see you in the next one.